Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 1. Now, before I get to the game, I have two things to celebrate. A Liverpool win, of course, and 10,120 subscribers as of recording this. We did it, the magic 10,000, and with 16 days to go before Christmas. I'm absolutely thrilled. I cannot believe it. I truly can't. And you're all superstars for the support you've given me. But let's get on to something far more important than my subscriber count. A European away win in Italy, in the San Siro, against Inter Milan. Now, before I get into the game, I must admit, the lineup when it was announced originally left me confused a bit. No Wirtz, no Bradley, worries about Konate still being there. And my bigger worry was, I thought it was going to be 4-3-3. I thought it was going to be Gravenberch, Jones and McAllister in the middle, with Dominic Szoboszlai pushed out wide right. And that worried me. But then I listened to Arne Slot's pre-game rationale, and it made sense that Conor Bradley was left out because he's only just come back from injury, and that Florian Wirtz has also only just come back from an injury on international duty. So he was giving them both some more time. And with Conor Bradley especially, he's had so many injuries. So I get it. And I wasn't that perturbed about that, because in Joe Gomez at right back and Dominic Szoboszlai, we've got two excellent alternatives. But it was the worry that Szoboszlai was going to be out on the right. But then that worry was put to bed as well, because Slot announced it was going to be the 4-4-2 diamond. And I'm like, yes! I've been asking for it, you've been asking for it, we've all been asking for it, because it better suits the profile of our players, and I'll get into that in a little bit. Now, was this a conscious formation change by the manager, or was it out of necessity based on the fact that Gakpo, Salah and Chiesa were all unavailable for a variety of reasons? I am absolutely hoping it was because these players suit this formation. He could have gone with Dominic Szoboszlai on the right and kept it 4-3-3, but he didn't. And that gives me hope that it was a conscious decision, irrespective of the players who weren't available. And this was just what the doctor ordered. A brilliant win and a really solid top-class performance against a very, very good Inter Milan team who were in an incredible run of form. It was a massive win in the overall scope of our season, but it was a massive win because of the players who were on the pitch who made it happen, and of course those who weren't. And yeah, I'm specifically talking about Gakpo and Salah, not Chiesa, because had both Salah and Gakpo been available, this lineup and this tactical setup probably would not have happened. It was Inter Milan's first home Champions League defeat in 3 years. And by the way, they almost always score at home too. So with our leaky defence, it was a bit of the perfect storm. A very potent attacking Inter Milan team against our poorest defence. But it didn't work out like that at all. In fact, this was like a throwback to yesteryear in terms of a classic Liverpool European away performance. And it was no smash and grab. It was controlled, inventive. The players were focused, committed, and the team was balanced and organised. All the things we haven't seen were on display today, because this entire setup played to our strengths. And it was also the performance of a team, as I hoped they would, that used the chaos of the last few days in a positive way to bond together and show togetherness and commitment, show that they care, and they did show that they care. This did not look like a team not playing for the manager or not playing for the shirt. This looked like a starting 11 who played with heart, desire, pride, a will to win, and who were playing for the manager. And make no mistake, we thoroughly deserved this win. We outplayed Inter in both halves. The only time they got a foothold in the game was when we had a goal disallowed and the crowd got up and they got a little bit of passion into their play, but it was for a 10-minute period. The rest of the game we controlled it, and overall we bossed it. But it was a combination of both. It was the commitment of the players together with the formation change that made all the difference. The diamond formation allowed Gravenberch to focus on his number 6 role, and he had his best game in weeks, possibly months today, and he offered far more protection to the backline. Virgil and Konate handled their tricky, clever opponents really well on the whole, restricting Inter to very, very few chances. They weren't perfect, and both of them had a couple of dodgy moments, but both were far better. And they always look far better when the structure of the team ahead of them offers them more protection, which it did. Curtis Jones and Macher worked hard in the 2 central positions, and Dominik Szoboszlai, once again in yet another different role as the number 10, put in his normal, committed, excellent shift. Ugo Ekitike running the line was excellent. He offers the kind of press and harassment of the central defenders that having a front 2 gives you, because those central defenders have 2 central threats to worry about, not just 1. As for Isak, he wasn't anywhere near as effective, too easily bullied off the ball in the first half. In the second half, he did show a bit more, had a couple of moments, nicked the ball off a defender and then hit a horrible shot, and then again got in a really good position and should have taken the shot, but because he did such a crap one before, he chose to pass. But he did have a couple of moments, so there was a little bit of glimmer of hope that maybe he's finding his feet. Now, let's talk VAR for a second and then leave it there. The first decision, Konate's disallowed goal, was a goal. That's not bias, it's a goal by the letter of the law. There are 3 main reasons a goal can be disallowed for handball, and this did not violate any of those 3 reasons, so I have no idea why they disallowed that goal. Now, I don't know if they were told that they got that one wrong because they evened it up in the second half, because that wasn't a penalty. A share tug, yes. Enough of a share tug? No, it wasn't, and it shouldn't have been given as a penalty, but it evened out. Anyone who comes on moaning from opposition fans saying, look, Liverpool get the decision again, we didn't. Both of them were wrong. This is not bias. Both of them were wrong. We should not have had a penalty, but we should have had a goal. So either way, we win the game 1-0. So there. Anyway, up steps Dominik Szoboszlai, our new penalty taker. And as I paced around the room like an expectant father, he just blasts it into the top corner. What a penalty, what a hit. No nerves from our player of the season by far, so far. That goal and that win puts us only 3 points behind the leaders in 8th place and into the automatic qualification places. We're actually joint 4th if you look at just the points. So this was absolutely massive in terms of our Champions League ambitions. If we'd lost that game, we'd be at the very best joint 15th, and with the games tomorrow still yet to be played, so probably would have dropped down deep into the elimination places. But instead, we win the game and we're now in the automatic qualification places. And in terms of what it means more broadly, this has to be the blueprint for success going forward this season. This surely must prove once and for all to the manager that the 4-4-2 diamond formation is far better suited to the profile of players that we have. Let's start with the tip of the diamond. In that number 10 role, we have 2 fantastic options. Szoboszlai, of course, brilliant again today, and Florian Wirtz, who came on and really made a difference when he did. And this is where Wirtz should be operating, with 2 central forward options ahead of him. And if Wirtz does play there, then Szoboszlai can move back and play in one of the 2 spots behind him, so it allows rotation between Szoboszlai, Jones and McAllister. Behind them, we have Gravenberch and then the option of Endo, or even the option of Curtis Jones. And it's this structured protection that alleviates the pressure on the back 4. Did you notice how little we were under siege today because of the work that was being done from the diamond and the two forwards ahead of them. And when you alleviate the pressure on the back four, you don't give up as many chances and you don't concede. It's quite simple, really. And now we've got Robbo, Kerkez, Konate, Virgil, Bradley, Gomez, and the returning Frimpong, who can rotate through those positions. And then you've got up top even. Now, the first thing you think of is, well, Isak and Ekatike are the two out-and-out strikers, but they're not. Gakpo has played there quite successfully, more successfully, I would say, than the season he's having on the left wing. Federico Chiesa has played there as the primary and secondary striker for his previous teams. And even a certain Egyptian king, if he swallows his pride, make amends, and understands where the grass is greener, maybe he could play there too. I'm not holding my breath on that one, and he may be going out the door. But if things can be mended, I'll be fine by me. So please, Arne Slot, I'm talking to you. I'm begging you, don't screw this up by going back to a system that wasn't only not working, but it wasn't making the best use of the skill set and profile of the players that we have. The exceptional players that we have. And that doesn't mean we can't occasionally mix it up by using wide men such as Chiesa or YNWA, but surely this 4-4-2 diamond formation has to be the go-to primary formation moving forward. Oh, it feels good to be celebrating a win, doesn't it? I know what my mate Darren's going to say, the smile is back. Yes, it is. And it's now, since the PSV game, it's 4 games undefeated for the first time since the very start of the season. And I have to think, with the overall trajectory of results being on a positive trend and the performance and setup today, it probably means the manager will be given more time to continue this trend and hopefully see us go from strength to strength this season. We've got Brighton next at the weekend at home, and for once lately, I'm really looking forward to it with far, far more optimism than I was when I woke up this morning. To all you Reds out there, enjoy the win. I hope you're smiling as much as I am. I'll see you for the Brighton pre-game. You'll never walk alone. Ta-ra for now. Cheers.